Good morning, and welcome to the New York City Council Subcommittee on Land Use, Public Sightings, and Disposition. At this time, please place your phone on vibrate or on silent mode. Thank you for cooperation. Chair, we are ready to begin.
Good morning. I'm Councilmember Farah Lewis, Chair of the Subcommittee on Landmarks, Public Sightings, and Dispositions. I am joined today by my colleagues, Councilmember Shulman, Vernikoff, Nurse, and Ung. Thank you all for coming. Before we begin with today's agenda, I will recognize the Subcommittee Council to explain today's hearing procedures.
Thank you, Chair Lewis. I am Arthur Hug, counsel to this subcommittee. This meeting is being held in a hybrid format. Members of the public who wish to testify may do so in person or via Zoom. Those wishing to testify via Zoom are asked to register online, and you may do so now by visiting www.council.nyc.gov/land use. If you have already registered but have not yet signed into the Zoom, please do so now and remain signed in until after you have testified. If you have written testimony you would like the subcommittee to consider in addition to or instead of appearing before the subcommittee, please send it via email to landusetestimony@council.nyc.gov. Landusetestimony, all one word, @council.nyc.gov. Please indicate the LU number or the project name in the subject line of your email. Chair Lewis will now continue with today's agenda.
Thank you. I will now open a public hearing on pre-considered application number G230029 SCQ, a site selection submission from the New York City School Construction Authority pursuant to Section 1732 of the New York City School Construction Authority Act for a new approximately 696-seat primary school facility located at 120-08 Jamaica Avenue in Queens within Community School District 29, Community District 9, and in Councilmember Lynn Shulman's district. Presenting this item on behalf of the SCA will be the Vice President of External Affairs, Andrea Bender, and Senior Director of Real Estate, Kelly Murphy. I'll remind anyone wishing to testify remotely, if you have not already done so, you must register online, or you may do that now by visiting Council's website at council.nyc.gov/land use. Can Councilwoman Shulman, should she do that after her statement? Yeah, if you could give your opening statement. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, and thank you, Chair Lewis, for the opportunity to make remarks on this proposed project. Today, we'll be discussing a proposal that holds great significance for my district and the Richmond Hill community, the establishment of a new elementary school at 120-08 Jamaica Avenue. Our children only get one shot at a good education. It is the cornerstone of any thriving community. Through education, we nurture the minds of our youth, preparing them for a future that is yet to be written. Therefore, the proposal to construct a new elementary school in our district is of utmost importance to our shared vision of progress and opportunity for all. In addition, the new school will have a much-needed D75 component to enable children with special needs to fulfill their potential. At the heart of this proposal lies the recognition that our existing educational infrastructure is under immense strain. As our community continues to grow and flourish, it is incumbent upon us to ensure that our children have access to high-quality education. The construction of this new elementary school will alleviate overcrowding in existing schools, allowing for smaller class sizes and more personalized attention for our students. I want to acknowledge that during the process, parents from the Richmond Hill community, along with Community Board 9 members, very strongly advocated for a middle school in place of the proposed elementary school. In meeting and speaking with these parents, it became clear that their desire for a middle school was largely based on the long commutes for many of their kids to the schools zoned for them. In discussions with the Department of Education, local school superintendents, and Community Education Council representatives, an agreement was made for all of us to work together to find creative, strategic ways to alleviate the concerns raised, which include zoning and transportation options. This proposed school will be equipped with state-of-the-art facilities, cutting-edge technology, and ample spaces for both academic and extracurricular activities. It will foster an environment that encourages curiosity, creativity, and critical thinking, empowering our students to become lifelong learners and leaders in their own right. In conclusion, the proposal for a new elementary school at 120-08 Jamaica Avenue presents us with an opportunity to enhance educational advancement, alleviate overcrowding, and provide our children with a nurturing and inspiring learning environment. Thank you for your time and attention. Let us move forward together, united in our commitment to the future of our kids in our city. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Schulman. Council, would you please administer the affirmation?
Would you please raise your right hand and state your name for the record? And do you affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in your testimony before the subcommittee and in answer to all council member questions? Thank you.
Thank you. You may begin whenever you are ready to have a presentation shown on the screen. Please say so, and our staff will display it.
Yeah, that would be great if it could go up on the screen.
Thank you.
Good morning, Chair Lewis and members of the committee. As we said, I'm Kelly Murphy. I'm the real estate at the School Construction Authority, and I'm joined by Andrea Bender, our Vice President of External Affairs. We're very pleased to be here to present the proposed site selection for approximately 696-seat primary school in Richmond Hill. We are especially thankful to Councilmember Schulman for her dedicated and diligent support of the project. Thank you. Pursuant to Section 1731 of the New York State Public Authorities Law, the New York City School Construction Authority has undertaken the site selection process for a new approximately 696-seat primary school located at 120-08 Jamaica Avenue, Block 9330, lots 1, 8, 10, and 12 in the borough of Queens. The site is approximately 34,774 square feet, about 0.8 acres. And the property contains two vacant buildings, one two-story, one 4 stories, and on a parking lot. The site is located within Community Board number 9 and in Community Education Council number 27. The purpose of the proposed site plan for a new primary school is to provide additional permanent school capacity that has been identified in the DOE's 5-year capital plan for 2020 to 2024. During the 2021-22 school year, Community Education Council's elementary schools operated collectively at 103% of their targeted capacity. So if you can go to the next slide, please. So this is just an overview, gives you the location, and the red bullseye is kind of in the middle of the site, and you can see the Long Island Railroad tracks kind of run southeast of the site. The next slide, please. This is just showing the exact block and lots that are the subject of this site selection. Next slide, please. And this is more of a blown-up view. You could see the on Jamaica Avenue. You could see the L and the two buildings in the parking lot of the site. Next slide, please. This is our official notice of filing, which I need to read into the record. This is the notice of filing for the site plan. It was published in AM New York and City Record on January 17th. 2023, at which time, as Community Education Council number 27, Queens Community Board number 9, and City Planning Commission were also notified, along with elected officials. Community Education Council number 27 held a public hearing on January 30th, 2023, and Queens Community Board number 9 held a public hearing on February 13th, 2023. All public comments received on the site were considered as part of the site selection process. The SEA affirms the site plan pursuant to 1731 of the New York Public Authorities Law, and in accordance with Section 1732 of the PIL, the SEA submitted the proposed site plan to the mayor and city council in a letter dated July 18th, 2023. Next slide, please. So this next 3 slides is just kind of more photographs of the site. So this is the first 2-story building. On the left with the red, and you could see the entrance to the J&Z line is literally right in front of the school. Next slide. You can see the L on these pictures, and then the 4-story industrial building that's on the site. Next slide. And then just more pictures of the site and the parking lot and the building that will be demolished in order to accommodate construction of the site. Should the SCA receive approval to acquire the property, the existing buildings will be demolished in order to construct the new primary school. It's anticipated that the school will open in 2027 and will include classrooms for pre-kindergarten to grade 5. As the council member said, District 75 classrooms, music and art classrooms, a science resource room, a library reading and speech resource rooms, kitchen cafeteria, administrative space, medical suite, and play yard. We look forward to the subcommittee's favorable consideration of the proposed site plan, and we're pleased to answer any questions you may have. Thank you.
I just want to share we've been joined by Councilmember De La Rosa. Thank you for your presentation. I'd like to now recognize Councilmember Shulman if you have any questions.
No, none at this time.
Do any of our colleagues have questions? Great. If there are no further questions, the applicant panel is excused. Council, are there any members of the public wishing to testify?
A reminder for anyone with us here today in the room who would like to testify on this item, please see a sergeant to complete a speaker card. And I will just confirm, Madam Chair, that there's no one registered remotely. Appears we have no one signed up to testify in the room. Okay, and we're not seeing any online witnesses either.
Being there are no members of the public who wish to testify regarding pre-considered application G2300029, G2300029, I want to say that again, SCQ, the public hearing is now closed. Next, we will vote on the application we just heard, but before we vote, I'd like to take this time again to recognize any of my colleagues who may have questions or remarks regarding this item we heard today, which again has the support of Councilmember Shulman. Going once, going twice, great. I now call for a vote to approve.
To approve preconsidered application number G230029 SCQ, Chair Lewis.
I vote aye. Congratulations.
Councilmember De La Rosa.
Aye.
Councilmember Nurse.
Aye.
Councilmember Ung.
Aye.
Councilmember Vernikoff.
I vote aye. Congratulations.
Oh, sorry. You got
Okay, the vote is currently 5 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and no abstentions. The item is adopted and will be recommended to the full Land Use Committee.
Again, congratulations to all. That concludes today's business. I would like to thank the members of the public, my colleagues, subcommittee council, land use staff, and Sergeant at Arms for your participation today. This meeting is hereby adjourned.
Thank you.